Skillet Sports presents.
You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
You know what it is. You know who it is. It's The Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television. You know who's in the building. G-Sizzle, J-Sizzle. Oh, baby, we are in the building. We are in the building after a demolition. Listen, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Whoa. What was that?
Whoa, bro. It was ridiculous. Jay, how you doing today?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. Another great day, man. A nice, cool weather out there. I broke out my Bill Cosby sweater, man, and I broke out, and I had a pudding pop out there with me too.
You take the pudding, you take the pudding in the pudding pop.
If you all have never watched the Aries Spears comedy special with Tiffany Haddish, when he does Bill Cosby, that is absolutely classic. That's top 5 funny all time. That's just one of the funniest things.
Classic foolishness that should not be watched by women and children.
No, don't watch that. No, but you want the jello pudding pop? It's hilarious. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna tell you who did get the Jello pudding pop right all over them. The Miami Heat, man.
Man.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that in a second. There is something. There's hot breaking news.
What's that?
Out in the world? Hot breaking news. Let's get ready to give it.
Okay.
Kobe White has cut his hair.
Wow. Okay, so you said he cut his hair. What exactly do you mean now? Did he just take a little bit off the edges?
Kobe White has joined the Sizzle Brothers in being
He went all Kobe on us?
He has gone all Kobe. Bruh, he's like, yo, it is cold out here.
Wow.
It's a new kind of different. This thing is different. He's like, I'm kind of different right now.
Well, you know what? See, that's just like, you know how women sometimes when they change their hairdos, you know, when they need to change their life, that's what probably happened right there. I need to take
that's funny. You're right, because I've heard barbers and beauticians say when people change up their hairstyle, some stuff changing in their life.
Something's going on. So he must be more aerodynamic. You know what I'm saying? He probably got another inch higher on his leap, and he's probably because that's a lot of hair on his head. I guarantee you there had to be 5 pounds of hair on his head.
He had been carrying that hair since his father was diagnosed, I believe, with cancer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He'd been wearing that for forever, and then his father passed.
Oh,
and he still held the hair.
Now I feel like
No. I like to see the maturation process. I like to see young men come into that. There are a lot of young people I want to see. Kawhi Leonard's another one. I want to see that maturation process. Because whoever that Kawhi was that was in the bubble, he should never be shown.
Look, they didn't want to be there anyway. They had already opted out. There was one of 2 teams who didn't want to be in the bubble as it was. They really showed they didn't want to be in the bubble. And them last 3 games, they were just like, man, we're 3-1. Maybe hopefully we'll get to go play the Lakers. But maybe they didn't want to go play the Lakers. Anybody ever thought about that? Maybe they knew they couldn't beat AD and them because they're ridiculous.
Well, they probably didn't want to play the Lakers. I know the team that said they did want to play the Lakers. Yeah. Sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for because you just might get it.
You know what? It's just like what they say. Was it Mike Tyson? Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face?
Everybody. And when you get punched, that plan goes out the window. You know who else got punched in the face today?
Who's that?
The Chicago Cubs.
Oh, my goodness. What is going on? See, I told you before with these Cubs, that you cannot count on the Cubs. They scored that 1 run, and then all you had after that, the big 3, I think they went 1 for 22 or something like that or whatever it was. And nobody did nothing. Bryant didn't do anything. Rizzo didn't do anything. Contreras didn't do anything. And next thing you know, they had a 5 spot slapped on them. What inning was that? I want to say it was the 7th or something like that. They got slapped upside the head. And it's like there was no answer for it. And then they threw. Why throw Hendricks out there the first game? This is what I don't understand. Why throw Throw Hugh Darvish out there that first game. Try to get this win. Because I think these are 3-game series, right? Best of 3.
Right. They're best of 3.
This is best of 3 wild card series. So you only can lose one. So now you got to win the next 2, and now the Marlins believe, the little upstart Marlins, Don Mattingly's upstart Marlins, who barely slid into it, like, we got the Cubs, and now we can beat the Cubs. Oh, both these teams could be on their way home, because both of them could be on their way home by the weekend.
Can 2 teams lose against each other in one playoff series? Wow, that's
I mean, but they could lose at the same time. They both could be home by Sunday. Or
Here's
before
the
that.
thing. Where's your man Jay Hay? Where's your man Rizzo? Where's your man Bryant?
Well, I said before, I think some time before I said this, we might have seen the best of them. That team that broke that 100 games. Look, and they barely did that now. Let's remember now. Let's not go like they was running roughshod. If it wasn't for the heavenly gods opening up the heavens and pouring water down upon the field, they went out there and crucified the goat or whatever they did, and they had the rains come from heaven, and they went out there and you know what I'm saying? Because they were about to lose that ball game. We got to remember they were getting ready to lose that. You know,
they were
getting ready to lose that game, and they won. Hey, you know, it's the Cubs. They're about, hey, the Cubs are on their way. Hey, no doubt. That's a Blackhawks theme, isn't it? I forgot which one.
You know what? I was just about to say, I'm wondering if it's the same type of maneuver with the Blackhawks. At least the Blackhawks had multiple year runs. At least we can say, hey, they were in it a couple of years. The Cubs were just in it 1 year.
The Blackhawks were good, real good, for about 3 or 4 straight years.
Right.
The Cubs slid into that championship, and we all thought we had the Yankees. We all thought this was going to be the Yankees. We thought we was going to have Derek Jeter out there playing third base for us. We were going to have A-Rod at shortstop, and you know, and whoever the first base for the Yankees, I can't remember who that is now. And we were just going to do that, and we were just Jose Posada behind the plate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was going to be Contreras, and we were just going to go ahead and win a division 4, 5, 6 straight years in a row. Win a couple more World Series, you know what I'm saying? And we were just going to be the kings of baseball up in Wrigleyville. And all of a sudden now it's like, nope. Bryant got hurt. He jacked his shoulder up. The Cubs should have moved him 3 or 4 years ago. I said they should have moved him 3 or 4 years ago when you could have got something for him. Now you're not going to get a bag of baseballs for him. I'm telling you right now, this team is going to disintegrate. I think they're going to lose this next game and they're going to be out. Because they're throwing – Hugh Darvish got to pitch lights out because this Cubs team has not been hitting the baseball. They just haven't been hitting the baseball. And if they don't hit the baseball, it's like home run or bust with the Cubs. You know, and that's what we're seeing right now. I'm telling you, this could be an epic implosion on the north side. Epic implosion.
Is it really epic? Is it really an implosion? Because I don't even think they thought they were going to get here. After the way they played mid-season, because I don't know really when mid-season was. It just, I mean, by game 30, game 40, you were just like, they're not really the truth. They're not the truth. No. The more you looked at it, you were just like, this and that. I don't know what this is, but it's in that.
Yeah, and they got an upstart Marlins team who pushed the Phillies out to get the 6th seed. They believe all of a sudden, and now they took down their number 1 pitcher. Now Hugh Darvish has got to be lights out. I hope we don't mess around and get Hugh from like last year. If we get that Hugh, it's gonna be over with.
Yeah, I mean this could be epically bad quickly.
Yeah,
it could be, and that's a bad way to take your coaching debut into the postseason and get swept or get just. Well, mollywop.
The problem was the Cubs started off really on a hot streak. You know, they were like the best team smoking in Chicago. And then they have really just walked through the back end of this shortened 60-game season. They have hit their slide in the wrong time. You know, nobody's hitting the baseball. Soon as their series is over, if they kept playing baseball, they start hitting again. Because they'd be halfway through the season then at that point. But, you know, this 60-game season, it's truncated season. All it takes is somebody to get hot. And right now, the Cubs ain't that.
Yeah, the Cubs aren't that. I don't know what's going to happen with the White Sox. White Sox fell again, or well, not again, but they fell to the A's. They did rally. They tried to make it a series, a game today. You thought maybe they could come back, but they did fall. But I feel a lot better about the Southsiders than I do the Northsiders. Am I wrong in that?
Yeah, well,
Maybe the Southsiders have a better chance. I don't know.
they're in the same hole. They're in the same hole as the Cubs. They got to win this next ball game or they're going home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they went to a 4-run hole early in this ball game. So
right.
now, right? Okay, what are we doing? We supposed to have the AL MVP playing first base for you. You got Lewis Roberts out there playing center field for you, one of the better guys out there. You've got a number, and I'm gonna tell you what, who's that? Jimenez? Was that Jimenez, their left fielder? He didn't even start today. They ran somebody else out there today.
It's telling. It goes back to what you had said earlier about Jimenez out there, and it just, I don't know.
He's a clown car out there.
It went from, you were rah-rah and really hey, and now you're like, oh, okay. But hey, look on the bright side. We've got the best offensive Bears team we've had in, I don't know, maybe ever.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what though. If I got ifs all over the place, just ifs flying around in my head right now. If I got this in some form of a direct thought process going with this, and this guy now is getting all the number one snaps, he's going to know. He already knows his playbook, and now he knows the reads and the calls. His offense is going to be infinitely better, better, consistently better. That means we might get some long drives out of this offense. We might be able to strike some balls deep. We might be able to get Anthony Miller deep down there. We might be able to get Robinson deep down there. Might actually throw a pass to a tight end. You got two of them. You know what I'm saying? You might actually throw a pass to him.
I mean, you look at your fantasy. If you looked at what Graham was able to do, I think he gave you 21 points last week.
Yeah, but where'd those 21 points come from? An actual quarterback who knows how to use him. You know, so now you actually got a guy who can get the ball out. He's not a scrambler. He ain't going to run. We know that, but we don't need that. We don't need that. Hopefully they keep Cordell Patterson out of the backfield. I'm hoping that. You know what I'm saying? They got to figure out who they're going to run back there with David Montgomery right now. But you could see a significantly better Chicago Bears football team. I think
maybe this will help your line. Maybe this will help your boys. Maybe this will help Leno. I don't know, man, because when you want to say they're doing well, then you watch a game and then you see dumb penalties they pick up.
Well, I mean, but the whole thing about all across the NFL, there's been no training camp. There's been no nothing whatsoever. And so when you have that type of situation, these guys aren't really good. And then the Bears are always a highly penalized team anyway. Especially their offensive line, because you still have Leno, who's an average offensive tackle in the NFL. And he's been able to play in that position for a long period of time. He gives you average NFL left tackle play, and sometimes it's hard. It's hard to be top 4 or 5 left tackle. Left tackle gets paid as much as the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So the issue is now it's hard. You got a guy who's in the top 10, 12 left tackles in the league on a regular basis. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They got to get up here and maul the football. Don't put him in bad positions. Let this guy throw the football. Let him read. And then let's go see if they can eat. Keep the defense off the field. Let's see if Khalil Mack can get going. Robert Quinn can keep going. You never know. You never know. Look, now you have a guy who's actually won an NFL championship quarterbacking your football team right now. Right now, that's what you see. And I think this is the best chance the Bears have had since they won the championship right now.
Yeah, I'll give you that. And hopefully Massey and Leno, because they don't have to change on the fly and wonder about what's going on behind them.
Yeah.
They can just hold their position, give the quarterback a minute, Nick Foles, just a time enough, make his reads, go through his progressions, and then make the play. Yeah. But did you see what it wasn't the offensive coordinator. See, now I'm getting my stories mixed up. Was it the quarterback's coach or was it the receivers coach? When asked about, what about those throws that were kind of off or behind the shoulder? And he was like, yeah, we haven't had those in a while, but I think we're going to have a lot more of those now.
Yeah.
That is an indictment. That is shots, boo-boo. That is bang, bang shots.
Yeah.
Those are shots, sir. These
guys had not seen those back shoulder throws. They had
Right.
not seen them. And now all of a sudden, they didn't really know what to do with them. They're you know what I'm saying? You saw a couple of back, and I knew they were back shoulder throws. He didn't miss them.
Everybody knew they were back shoulder throws. He didn't miss them.
He didn't miss them.
Back shoulder.
Right. He's slowing them down so they can come back to the football and let the defender keep going forward. That's all Brady, all these quarterbacks throw these same passes this way. He's putting it over there where they can get to it. They're like, we ain't never seen nothing like that, because Mitch is trying to laser throw everything in there, shoot it in there at 100 miles an hour instead of using his touch, but he doesn't really have touch because he never developed it. He never developed it. You can't tell me a guy who's only got 14 starts in college has that touch, and he's 3 years in the pros. He still haven't learned how to throw that football yet. Okay, let me say this. Can I get on my high horsey right now?
Yeah, I mean, we might as well, because a low horse would hurt us.
Oh yeah, you probably. Wait, my feet would drag on the ground. That wouldn't be good. Like one of those little bitty horsies, the miniatures.
It's like just attacking a pony. Can you imagine that? Just having like a little mini, we're riding on top of a pony.
We out there at the little kid farm trying to ride the little pony around. That'd be like pony abuse. We'd be like,
yeah, we'd be arrested.
We like that dread-headed cowboy. They gonna put him under the jail, man.
Yo, man, shout out to whoever charged him, because look, man,
what are you doing?
I don't know what you thought you were doing. I'm saying this is G Sizzle.
Yeah.
The rest of the Sizzle family may not agree with me.
Yeah.
You, my friend. And plus, you're gonna call out Mayor Lightfoot like y'all know each other. Like,
right,
you woke
Kim
up
Fox. Right, Kim Fox. Oh, no, don't let them prosecute me. Clown boy, you rode this horse for about 70 blocks at 20. They had the speed gun on the horse going down. Oh, he's at 22 miles an hour. You down there and the horse ain't got no shoes on. So you literally, they almost had to put this horse down because you out there.
You're lucky they didn't have to put that horse down, bro.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna tell you now, Blacktop Cowboy.
Right.
You are fortunate that horse didn't go down. Because if that horse had gone down,
what were you doing? Look, if you want to go out there and block up the traffic and stroll a horse, from 55th to 79th or something like that, it ain't too hot and his feet ain't getting burned up. Okay, right. If that's what you want to do. But you running this horse, why are you running this horse on this asphalt like this? This made no sense. When he was doing it, I'm like, why? Why are you doing this?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And he's talking about, I can't find my horse. The horse probably running away from you.
Yes, the horse is left.
You know what
he left the building. He actually asked for witness protection. Horse protection from the asphalt cowboy. But again, I'm sorry, I cut you off. You were getting on your high horse.
Yes.
Not Cowboy's horse. Go ahead. Yeah. Pontificate more, please, Bears.
Look, have you ever seen Mitchell Trubisky throw a great spiral?
Not again. Look, that last touchdown he threw when Mooney had to come back to it was the worst wobbler I had ever seen. A professional quarterback throw.
They showed him throwing a pass in slow motion. And it looked like an 8-year-old in bitty football threw that pass. That ball was wobbling all over the place. I'm like, have we not learned to throw a proper pass in the NFL? You don't see Tom Brady's balls coming out looking like that. You don't see Aaron Rodgers' balls coming out looking like that. You don't see Russell Wilson's balls just all over the place. No, it has a tight spiral on it. His stuff is wobbling all over the place like it's a drunk football. I don't understand it. How come you don't have that fixed? How come you don't have it fixed that you can't stand tall in the pocket and not throw off your back foot?
I'll tell you why. Because the other quarterbacks you just mentioned, they all know how to handle their balls.
You're listening to The Sizzle, the talk of the 219, the hottest sports talk in the region, on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
Oh my God! This
Yeah, man.
It's always sizzle after dark. Always.
Oh boy, I told you it gets like this when we do. Yeah, it gets like this
Hey.
because we got to talk about the real story. We got to talk about.
Must we?
Yeah, because I'm gonna ask you just quickly.
Yeah.
Is there any more reason why we need to watch the season's NBA?
I'm not watching any more of these games. It's over with. Look,
We had this nice schedule of all recordings and things we were going to do.
I was so excited. And then the Heat jumped out to that 11-point, 12-point lead. I'm like, oh, we got us one. And next thing I know, they was like, oh. So that play, LeBron was like, okay, we're not going to run that play anymore. We're not going to run that defense anymore. Oh, okay, sure. Hey, AD, what you want to do? Oh, man, I'm a little hungry. You want to eat? Sure. And all of a sudden, you have the most dominant force in basketball. AD is the most dominant force in basketball.
Bruh.
And he just was clowning. I don't care who they put on him. There was nothing happening. AD, what do you have, 34 points tonight?
35, I believe. 34, 35. Let me say this. We had said this show before, 2 shows before.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with AD? But again, I'm going to say to all those LeBron haters there, look, bruh, stop. Let it go. Yeah, he lobbied for the season to come back. He's lobbied for this whole thing because this is his bubble championship.
Yeah.
Look, bruh, he almost had a triple-double. The 35-year-old almost had a triple-double.
An easy triple-double. He's not even – look, I'm going to tell you – I'm going to say this right now. All right. LeBron is the best physical basketball player we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Best physical basketball player we've ever seen.
Yeah.
There is nothing you can do with LeBron when LeBron wants to get to the cup. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Either if you're big enough to body up with LeBron, he's too quick to go past you. If you're quick enough to stay with LeBron, he's just going to bully ball you. And I saw him. Who did he ride down in there? I want to say it was Tyler Hero. He backed Tyler Hero down from the 3-point line all the way down to the restricted area. And then shot a layup and got a foul.
Tyler Hero needed a hero to help him guard LeBron. And let me say this, brother Scottie Pippen.
Oh, Scotty.
Look, bro.
You getting free popcorn, man.
Look, bro. This whole thing about LeBron not being a leader and he doesn't understand what Donovan wasn't an impressive hire to him. Scotty, stop.
Well,
just stop, bro. Just stop. Just look, don't hit the send button. Whatever you do, don't hit that send button. Don't do it, bro.
Scotty is like this. I understand what's going on with Scotty. Let me tell you something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scotty's still eating free steaks. He's still getting free courtside tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody's probably giving him a car to drive for free. You know, he's going to the dealership and he's getting a car to drive for free. He's probably still getting that going on. And why is he getting that? Let's understand why he's getting that. Because he was part of the greatest basketball team to ever be assembled. Mm-hmm. So, and he played with the greatest basketball player. Now, I said LeBron's the greatest physical player, but the greatest basketball player of all time, he's still the GOAT. I don't care what anybody says about anything. However, Scotty is probably underrated, even though he's in the top 50.
Yeah.
As a basketball player. As a basketball player.
I can sign off on that.
I would say Scottie Pippen is probably top 10 all time.
Okay.
Drag out anybody out there you want to drag out in that top 10. Drag out anybody you want to. And Scottie Pippen is probably one of the best basketball players, and we have both of them playing at the same time for the Chicago Bulls. Now, LeBron, problem is he went around and he gathered up these players. Michael Jordan built Scottie Pippen. When Scottie Pippen came to the Bulls, Scottie Pippen was not Scottie Pippen. He was Scott. He was Scott Pippen.
He wasn't even Pip.
Yeah.
He was just S. Pip.
Yeah, that's what he was. Now, right. And so Michael Jordan built Scottie into what he is. Right. But Scottie's claim to fame is that he was on the greatest team all time. So anytime somebody gets to mention about who's the greatest, whatever, Scottie comes a swinging. Scottie comes a swinging. You know what I'm saying? Scottie's like, and look, Scottie's got the big all-time. I have 6 rings, and we never got to the championship and lost.
Right. I mean, that's a great honor. It is, but at the same time, you have to realize somebody who probably won't be making that honor is Squire Butler, because he got drug all over the floor today when you talking about just. Well, look, if you don't know, let me give the listeners a score. The final score was LA Lakers 116, Heat 98, and it was never that close.
No,
at one point, before the fourth quarter, there was a 26-point deficit, and it was a snooze fest by the fourth quarter. Goran Dragic is out. He has a torn plantar fasciae. Bam Adebayo got injured. Jimmy Butler looked like he was beaten voraciously. And yeah, that was it.
Yeah, it was what you saw was a team that was too big. Mm-hmm. That was the freshman team playing against the varsity. Literally, a good freshman team playing against the varsity. And then the varsity guys was like, hey, man, you know they beating us right now. Oh, for real? They keeping score? Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, man, throw it down to me. That's AD. Mm-hmm. Just throw it down to me. I got him. Get out the way, little man. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, it was get out the way, little man. Here come LeBron. Get out the way, little man. Who are they putting on me? Who's this guy? Who are you? And Bam was good for a minute, but here's the problem. You got too much Lakers to deal with. And they could come in and bring JaVale McGee in here and just hacky-sacky you all over the place. They got 2 guys who could foul out and it doesn't matter. You got Dwight Howard and McGee.
JaVale McGee. Yeah.
Who between them have 12 fouls to give?
Right.
They could just beat
you. And you got one of those Morrises. I don't know which.
Yeah, you got one of the twins. They could put the beat down. So they got 14, 15 fouls. They could just put on you. Bam. Mm-hmm. They could just put on you. And at some point in time, they're going to wear you out, and it's going to be done. And in this series, I was hoping that at least this was going to be, game 6 or something. At least maybe Squire Butler and them could get them together. But Squire Butler and them wasn't supposed to be there anyway. This should have been the Bucks being in there playing. You needed a team with size to play against the Lakers. Maybe to give LeBron. There's no challenge for LeBron. What LeBron had? I think LeBron had 13 points today. Mm-hmm. I think he had 13. He's not even trying to score. This is how bad this is. He's letting AD eat. He's not even trying to score. You got Rondo out there shooting 3 balls like this is what he do. It's amazing. Who are these guys starting at guard for the Lakers? Who are these guys? Octavius Caldwell-Pope?
Yes. Would you like to keep going with other names we don't know? Caruso?
They're just rolling. They're just rolling some people out there. This is like, okay. Hey, AD, what you want to do? Well, man, I guess so, man. I know I need to get my hair braided. I'll be right back. All right. We done? All right. What they up, 13? All right, let's close this down, y'all. Let's go. And all of a sudden, ridiculousness. It's just ridiculousness. I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah. And I repent to all of those who I said that maybe AD was coming to the Bulls. No.
He just might, though. He might. You never know what's going to happen. You never know.
I do know one thing.
What's that?
I know the Heat aren't going to win. That's what I do know.
Oh, and it's just and I think right now that it's very possible the Lakers put a behind burn on him and drop 40 on him. Like, Squire, you shouldn't have came up here. Don't come attack House Lakers with your band of misfits. And
do you remember in Game of Zones when LeBron went and got AD? Remember that's when they pushed Zoe out the window?
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's pretty much, yeah, whoever wrote the Game of Zones, their prophets.
Yeah, because we all knew this season was over with. We were hoping that the Bucks had a chance. We were really hoping that Kawhi Leonard and them was going to go in here and have a chance. And they didn't want to play no more.
You know, it's funny. It's like the Bucks were made to play the Lakers. The Celtics were probably your best second in the East. And then you had the little scrappy Toronto team that might have given them, may have taken 1 or 2 games. But the Lakers' biggest struggle was going to come from the West. And with that done, it's a wrap, bro. This is over. This is a LeBron championship.
Yeah.
Mark it. Book it.
And that's why you see LeBron wanted to play. LeBron was down there holding Mickey Mouse hostage. Talking about, no, y'all ain't getting the mouse back. I'll send out Goofy, but I'm holding the mouse until we start playing these games. And that's literally what happened. You know, because he knew he had a championship. I don't care what they have. Put an asterisk by it, do whatever you want to do. I don't care what you want to do with this championship. It's still a champion. It's still a chip regardless. And this will be, number 4 for LeBron?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 4 out of 10. You can't be the GOAT, and you went 4 out of 10. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to drop that one in there. LeBroners.
All right, Jay. So you know what time it is. You know what you got to do. You got to leave the people with something hot, sizzly, fire, en fuego. Something. Leave them with something great.
Man, don't leave your donut in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Don't do it.
No.
I was trying to hear. I like a plain cake donut every once in a while. Now, you know, I don't like all the icing. I don't want none of that. You know,
right?
Every once in a while, I'll get me a donut, and don't have too many on. And look, for y'all start dropping crap in the comments, bro. Cholesterol, fantastic. No diabetes, fantastic. Blood works, fantastic. Because I can't eat no cheese and no stuff like that. So every once in a while, I gotta have me a donut, right?
Okay, that's cool.
I put my donut in the microwave and thought I hit it for 13 seconds.
Oh, and you hit it for 1:13?
I hit it for 1:13. Woo! I came out. Donut was on fire. In fuego. It was black. It looked like a Cajun donut. It was blackened. Like, who was my man down there, the Cajun chef? Talking about, woo, get the crawfish out. You know what I'm talking about? The old guy. What?
Whoa, daddy. No, that right there, man. That's a done donut.
Man, it was a blackened donut. I pulled it out, and in my mind, I'm like, well, it still just came out the microwave. So let's see. And you know, my chiclets is about ready to fall out anyway. I went to bite off of that donut. It was like, Look, dude, what happened? It was hot as hell. It was hot as hell. It was like biting into a hot hockey puck. So, again,
yeah. You know what you turned it into?
What's that?
A brick.
A brick. So, again, people.
You could have been playing for the Miami Heat.
Yeah. Wow. Man, you know, that was pretty good.
Yeah, but what wasn't good was the Heat. I am really sad now. And you know what? Probably David Stern is really sad now because people are going to stop watching this.
Well, here's the whole thing. Well, here's the whole thing about it, though, right? LeBron is going to come out of here with the championship. They got a full season in. They're going to be happy, and all those guys will get out the bubble. Because has David Stern, not David Stern, David Stern's been dead. Has Adam Silver been down there the whole time in the bubble?
No. He hasn't been there the whole time in the bubble. Unless he has a space bubble that he can fly in and fly out of.
Hey, Don't Adam Silver look like? Remember Flash Gordon? Remember the dude? Remember the evil meanie? What's his name? All he needs is a collar. All he needs is a cape with a collar on up to here with them glasses. he looked like the evil meanie. What was his name?
I'm not gonna do it because I've got to tell the people, if you are not following us, liking, sharing what you've heard, this wonderfulness. See, we don't spill tea here. We don't do the tea. We give you droplets of sports drink. We give you energy drink.
That was pretty good. You know,
hey,
you're quite the wordsmith. I just want to say that.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you. And it happens when you have to sit up and watch a terrible Lakers game. You start thinking to yourself, what words can I use that best describe this tomfoolery and shenanigans that I have seen?
I came driving home at breakneck speed with my 91-year-old mother in the car with me coming home from church. She's talking about, oh my goodness. I'm driving, weaving through traffic, screen, pulling up, snatching her wheelchair out the back. I turned the wheelchair up on Rabbit. You know how you can turn on?
Yes. Just get in and go.
Right. And when you come around the corner in the back, the light cut off in the back. Like it hits on one side of the house but that one corner. And I'm like, just hit it on 4-wheel drive. Lean to the left, Ma. Lean to the left. We're going in the house. You know? Because I heard the heat was up, and I'm like, I gotta go in here and see this. And next thing I know,
yeah, that's about how it looked, boy. It was a bad meme. Like you went from happy to sad, and it was the third quarter that did him in, and you were just like,
no, I'm gonna tell you what did him in. It was when they were up 13, and I went into the kitchen to go make me a turkey sandwich, and I was trying to find, I like the thick bread, and I knew I had some up in there, and I was trying to find with all the nuts and stuff in there. So you know how you rooting around in the refrigerator looking for the thick bread, and I pulled that out and slapped my turkey because I figured, oh, they up 13. Next thing I know, came back. The Lakers was up by 1. I'm like,
right.
So I couldn't even make a sandwich? I can't even enjoy my sandwich right now?
Nope. You cannot. It is your fault. Let the world and the record be known that it was Jay Sizzle's fault for leaving the Heat when they needed a player-fan interaction. He went to go make a sandwich.
It was a turkey sandwich.
All right. Well, we good.
Hey, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, people. Share, all that type of stuff. All that.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. It's free.
Yeah, it's
you
free.
Can do
Just
it.
hit that. And we got another channel coming up. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, get on there with us. You know what I'm saying? We posted for 100 days straight. We don't even know when 100 days started.
Happy 102 to you.
Happy 102 to you, my friend.
Oh, baby. Happy 102 to you. You know, happy 102 to everybody.
Yeah.
102nd episode. We're just chugging along, and we're just going to keep doing this. And we're going to be here a lot longer than the Miami Heat.
Wow.
I'm saying.
And a lot longer than the Cubs or the White Sox. Because I'm thinking they're going to be out of here. Time to roll the credits. Let us get out of here.
All right, bro. It's time to get out of here. I got to go. And remember, you're listening to The Sizzle, the hottest sports talk in the 219. We are the talk of the 219. We are in fuego. We're on fire, baby. We'll see you tomorrow. Just stay there. Stay sizzly. Stay great. Stay you.